What does young Jeff Bezos, young Elon Musk, and young Warren Buffett all have in common? Receding hairlines. What's up, everybody? Sam Roth with Tune Thinking. I'm here today to give you the wealth equation and the 3 things all billionaires have in common. I have been studying human behavior for the past 10 years, trying to understand why certain people do what they do. 2020 has definitely been a trip. The points that I'm gonna outline in this video, you will find in any successful person, and I'll explain more at the end. But for now, let's start with billionaires. Number 1, they have a high self-worth. It is hard to lead the herd when you are a part of the herd's thinking. Billionaires are original thinkers. Their voice on the inside is louder than the voices and the opinions on the outside, which makes them a leader. If you challenge a billionaire in their highest values and say, hey, you can't do that, they will likely tell you to f off and do it anyway, because they are not concerned with your opinion. Having a high self-worth means you value yourself enough to trust that inner wisdom and act on it. Just look at Elon Musk. This dude definitely does not care what people think about it. And because he's not swayed by the opinion of others, he's able to move from being a part of the masses to being a master. He is an unborrowed visionary, shifting the consciousness of society because he's following his own inner wisdom. And from my previous video on self-worth, look at all those moments of shame and guilt in your life, everything that you've labeled bad. What were the benefits of those bad moments to you, and what were the benefits to the other people involved? Turn those bad moments in your life into empowered moments, because maximum growth occurs at the border of support and challenge. We lift weights and our muscles get bigger and stronger because we challenge them. Same with every other aspect of your life. When you are challenged, you are actually growing your mental muscle. I want to encourage you to begin to look at your own life. What story are you living by that is limiting your beliefs and prohibiting you from stepping into your genius and your leadership? Begin to analyze those moments. Shift your mindset from being a victim of your circumstances to being a victor and taking a stance. Number 2, they have a high other worth. In the Book of Wealth, written by Hubert Howell Bancroft, Volume 1 of 10, he shares that the wealthiest individuals throughout written history, from ancient Babylon to the Roman Empire, all felt by divine sovereignty that they were destined to serve vast numbers of people. Billionaires are billionaires because they serve and solve the problems for vast numbers of people. Bill Gates wakes up every day and asks himself this question: what is the most inspiring, highest priority action that I can take today that serves the greatest number of people and utilizes my resources in the most efficient and effective way? That is a powerful question, which is why he is so influential in our lives today. My own example, back when I was a full-time musician, when I had money, I was serving and playing a lot of gigs, interacting with a lot of people. When I had no money, I was locked in my house, serving nobody but myself. Billionaires are billionaires because they care enough about humanity to ask the question, what problem can I solve for the greatest number of people? Number 3, they have a high value on wealth building. Sam, isn't that obvious? Maybe, but not so fast. Let me explain what I mean by that. Billionaires have wealth building at the top of their highest values, which fundamentally means they prioritize purchasing and building assets over liabilities. Warren Buffett is a great example of this. This dude bought a house in 1958 for $32,000 and still lives in it today. Warren, don't you think you could afford to upgrade? Every human being has their own unique set of values, as specific to them as their fingerprint. And I want to make a key point here. Your wealth lies in your highest values. Let me explain. A woman whose highest value is raising successful children has family wealth. And to her, if she were to put a monetary value on her kids, it would likely well exceed $1 billion. Somebody with a large social circle and a lot of social influence has societal wealth. Kylie Jenner is an example of this. She has turned her social influence into $1 billion monetary value. Some people have a high value on intellectual wealth and the creation of new ideas. Paul McCartney is somebody who has converted his ideas into $1 billion net worth. Billionaires are people who pursue their highest values and convert their highest values into the monetary form. This leads me to the wealth equation. Your self-worth plus your other worth times your unique set of values leads to your wealth. When you have financial wealth, high in your values, you value yourself, and you value others, you will have a high net worth. When you have a high value on physical fitness, you value yourself and you value others, you will have influence in the fitness industry. Fundamentally, this is what every leader has in common: a high value in a specific area of life, a high self-worth, and a high other worth. So here are some practical tools that you can begin to use that will empower these three areas in your own life. First and foremost, start asking yourself high quality questions. Question number 1, how do I get beautifully paid to do what I love? I would love to take a trip to Arizona over Christmas this year. How do I get paid to take that trip? Shifts the mindset from how do I afford to take the trip to how do I get paid to go on vacation? Number 2, what is the most inspiring, highest priority action that I can take today that serves the greatest number of people and utilizes my resources in the most efficient and effective way? Question number 3, raising your self-worth. What was the benefit to me and what was the benefit to the people involved? To all of those bad moments in my life that I still have shame and guilt over. And number 4, raise your other worth. Start making a list, accumulating a list of all the benefits it is to you for serving ever greater numbers of people. Because the quality of your life is determined by the quality of questions you ask. So let me ask you, what separates a good coach from a great coach? A good coach will tell you what to think. A great coach will teach you how to think. I am giving you tools based off of universal, objective principles that allow you to begin to think for yourself. Because from the moment we are born, we have people telling us what to think. From our teachers, our parents, our preachers, our politicians, all these people are telling us what to think. Tune Thinking is about giving you tools to start to think for yourself, so that you can move from being a part of the masses to being a master and a leader in your own life. Because when you begin to think for yourself, you start to think outside the box. And when you're outside the box, you become a leader and an authority in your highest values. As Albert Einstein said, it was my contempt for authority that eventually made me one. He was thinking for himself. So let me ask, what does Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Oprah, Sarah Blakely, Steve Jobs, Michael Jordan, and any other leader in any area of life all have in common? They are all tuned thinkers thinking for themselves. Like and subscribe. We are just getting started. Seriously, I have so much to teach. Tune back every Tuesday evening for more inspiring information that teaches you how to think for yourself. Thank you for watching.